Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be making a quick pickles recipe. So I'm going to be using one of my store-bought brand mini cucumbers. And I will also be using distilled white vinegar. I will also be using African bird pepper. And I will add in some of my celery seed. And I also have my whole cloves. And my salt of choice is going to be pink Himalayan salt. And this is the jar I will be using. This is the 314 milliliter jar. And this is just an old jam jar that I cleaned out and disinfected. So what I'm going to do first is chop up my cucumbers. And for this batch of pickles, I'm going to cut them into coin sizes. So after I've thoroughly rinsed the cucumbers off, I'm going to slice them. And for this jar, I used about 2 mini cucumbers. So that's what I'm going to be doing here. Once I'm done chopping those, I will put them into my jar. And then I will move on to making my brine. So the brine is pretty simple. I'm going to use 1 cup of filtered water and 1 cup of the white distilled vinegar. And I will go ahead and add all of my seasonings and spices into the brine. And I'm also going to chop up some garlic, as you can see here, and I'm going to mix that into the brine as well, just to give it a little bit more flavor. And I will let that boil for about 3 to 4 minutes, not too long. As you can see here, I don't have an exact measurement for all of my spices, so I kind of put a decent handful of spices into my brine. And then I will follow up with the pink Himalayan salt. And once that is all placed into my pot, I will let that boil for a few minutes. And then I will proceed to pour the brine mixture over the cucumbers. And since this is a quick pickle recipe, you only really have to allow the mixture to sit for at least 24 to 48 hours and it will pretty much be ready to eat. So I'm going to pour the brine over the cucumbers. Make sure that everything is well covered. And then I will go ahead and let that continue to cool before I place the lid on. And I will place it in my refrigerator and let it infuse into the cucumbers. So this is a pretty easy recipe. I do have another video where I pickled eggs and they were delicious. So it's pretty simple. You only need a few ingredients and you can make it any flavor that you'd like, which is always fun. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe to my channel for more DIYs, recipes, and reviews. Thanks for watching.